Ms. Presley is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairwoman Waters, for your continued commitment to oversight and diligent consumer protection. Director Kraninger, just in the interest of time, if you could answer as many of these questions as yes or no, I'd appreciate it. I'm hoping just for a simple yes or no. Do you think that choosing to attend a historically black college or university, or HBCU, should mean paying more on a mortgage, a credit card, or any other type of loan?
No, not in and of itself. Okay.
So what I'm getting at in the issue that I have here, and I'm still not sure I really understand that question because you sort of
you're telling me attendance at an HBCU. So again,
yes.
No, that's.
Do you think that choosing to attend an HBCU should mean paying more on a mortgage, credit card, or any other type of loan? Yes or no?
And I said no, not in and of itself as one fact. It's not a factor in the process
Well, I have data that challenges that which you assert. The issue I have, Director, is that Upstart, a lending company that your agency effectively re-endorsed through a no-action letter in 2019, says on their own website that this is exactly what is happening to students who choose to attend a historically black college and university. According to research out this week by the Student Borrower Protection Center, an HBCU graduate is identical in every way to a graduate of a non-minority serving institution, and yet they wind up paying more for their loans. So no amount of access to credit makes that okay. I ask for unanimous consent to submit to the record the Student Borrower Protection Center's report entitled Educational Redlining.
Without objection, such is the order.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Center created several hypothetical applicant profiles to test various credit scoring algorithms. One case found that controlling for all factors, a 24-year-old applying to refinance a $30,000 loan with Upstart would pay very different amounts depending on where they went to school. Director, have you seen this report?
I was aware of it. I have not yet read it. I can tell you that disparities in African-American lending is something that is of great interest to me. Congressman Clay departed, but he and Congressman Cleaver at the last hearing actually alerted me to one particular study that found that there is an inexplicable 11% disparity there, and that is something that I've already asked our Office of Research to dig into, so we'll take this one into account.
Well, I hope you'll read this article specifically from the Student Borrower Protection Center on educational redlining. Until you've read it, I'll just share with you. Can you guess how much more this borrower, the hypothetical scenario that I offered a moment ago, it would pay if she was a Howard graduate versus a graduate of NYU?
I can't positively.
Okay, so she would pay nearly $3,500 more over 5 years. The Howard grad would also be slammed with $729 in origination fees that her NYU counterpart wouldn't. Do you agree that this is problematic?
Again, as a factor in and of itself.
Yes or no? On its face, based on what I'm sharing, do you agree that's problematic? It's really simple.
I agree it's problematic. It's something that we need to
understand. So given these findings, are you willing to rescind your agency's no-action letter allowing Upstart to use educational criteria in their underwriting algorithms that they are also licensing out?
I can tell you that they can explain with respect to, what is happening there as to
Director Kraninger, are you willing to rescind your agency's no-action letter?
No, and I can tell you why.
Moving on.
I'm trying to do.
The report also found that Wells Fargo continues to disappoint when it comes to equitable treatment of customers. I want to note to proponents of community college and vocational schools on both sides of the aisle that the pattern of more favorable payment terms extends to graduates of four-year universities as well. Specifically, a community college borrower would pay over $1,130 more on a $10,000 loan than a student with the exact credit profile in a bachelor degrees program. So yes or no, do you agree borrowers should have protections against this type of discrimination?
Congresswoman, I've already stipulated to you that we want to understand precisely what is happening in some of these studies. and
you
have
agree,
pledged to.
on its face, this is very simple. Do you agree borrowers
none of it is very
should have, this is
These are
simple.
complex.
Should borrowers have protections against discrimination? They
Oh,
are
yes.
being treated differently based upon attending
Consumers do
a
have
community
protection
college or a
against
four-year college or a historically black college and university. The actions of your agency thus far don't suggest you actually do agree. Thank you, Madam Chair.
The gentleman